Hello, YouTube. It's Reese Shin. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment on my videos. So I talked about RuPaul's book the last time you and I chatted, and again, it's a book I love. I'm an avid book reader. I love books. I love to read them. I love to listen to them. I always love to hear the author be the person that is actually speaking to me when it's an audible book. And RuPaul spoke volumes into his words, and it was like music to my ears. Again, his message was be yourself, always. But be the very best self you can be. And you can only be the best self as you are reaching for those goals to be the very best. In his pursuit of the best, he learned one of the most important lessons: love of self. Love of self. So there's another book I'm reading. It's by Robert Greene, and it is The Laws of Human Nature. And the Laws of Human Nature talk about self-love, but it talks about some other things too. And all of Robert Greene's books, the 48 Laws of Power, Mastery, the Laws of Seduction, and then of course the Laws of Human Nature. I think he actually wrote a book with Donald Trump. If you listen to the Laws of Human Nature, you will hear him make reference to egomaniacal, narcissistic personalities. Without saying who he's referring to, he's talking about Donald Trump. And I mean, down to the people that are sit and believe a personality like that because of their own. It's almost like he's sharing, and it could be like he's definitely saying that we as human beings tend to be lazy when it comes to the art of character. Like, to have a strong character, you have to work at it. It's not something that comes through osmosis. You really have to hone in your work, the character, your positive character traits. You have to change your negative character traits. You have to flip them over to positive character traits. To do that, you have to work at it. You have to work hard on certain ones. Some come natural. Some come naturally. But there are others that not so much. Like, excuse me, the character trait of discipline. Ooh, that's one of my hard ones. The character trait of discipline. He talks about why it's important to discipline yourself. He also talks about being able to read the room. To be able to read the room. He uses a lot of examples from people that learned to read the room. One was a psychiatrist that had been stricken with polio. And he couldn't move his body. He could only blink his eyes. And he was a very intelligent psychiatrist. And for the life of me, I can't think. I want to say it's Erickson. And Erickson, for months, I believe it was months, he was immobilized. He was paralyzed. But and it could have been longer, but the point is that he took the time when he was around it. So he was the only boy. He's surrounded by his sisters, and his sisters would come and visit him. Again, he couldn't talk. He could only blink his eyes. So but he was there. He was coherent, but he really couldn't communicate. So how he learned to pick up on people's cues was he would watch his sisters, and he was able to ascertain when they were being honest about what they were saying, or they were just sharing or saying things that they really didn't mean. And he started to pick up on why were they comment if they were saying things that they really didn't mean. he started to be able to ascertain why they were doing that. He started to gradually regain his mobility. And it definitely, but the lessons he learned while he was immobilized were invaluable to his practice, to his, and he didn't start, of course, he was a child when this happened, so he wasn't a psychiatrist, but he took those skills into becoming a psychiatrist and became quite a successful one. But listening to Robert Greene share how Erickson changed, or not changed, but took this skill and really ran with it was astonishing. But it taught me a lesson on being able to pick up on people's nonverbal cues. This book, I'm not even done with it, so I know I'll be posting again. Again, Robert Greene is a very skilled author. Very skilled. The 48 Laws of Power, though people, I always hear people in prison use that book to take advantage of other people. There are so many other lessons to be learned from the 48 Laws of Power, however. So it doesn't just teach you how to be manipulative. It actually teaches you how to watch other people's manipulation, be able to spot that stuff and move on with life. Be spotted like that and go on. Not to continue to give it any more energy. To me, the 48 Laws of Power is one of the first books I've ever read that really taught you how to deal with trolls, if you really paid attention. Because a lot of the behaviors, in my opinion, in the 48 Laws of Power, troll behavior. So it teaches you how trolls behave and then how to counteract that behavior. That's just my opinion. That's just one way, in my opinion, how I look at it. But Robert Greene's The Law of Human Nature is definitely worth the read. Again, this is Riche Sheehan. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. Au revoir.